This is the weekly sales meeting for March 31st, 2024. My name is Chris Fleming. You can reach me at chris@cdmediaconsulting.com or go to our website at cdmediaconsulting.com. Today's topic, creative versus innovative. Maybe you have been called one of these two things in your life. Think you could have been mislabeled? Maybe you've been called creative when you did something innovative, and maybe you've been innovative when you did something creative. Either way, it was new and therefore undefined. Creativity and innovation are often used interchangeably, but they represent different concepts. One is theoretical, while the other is based on action. One is about possibilities, and the other about practicalities. They both play a role in leadership and problem solving. While both involve novel ideas, the difference lies in their application and outcomes. Creativity often dies before the innovative phase, and the innovative could die from a lack of resources, manpower, or belief. Creativity refers to the ability to generate novel and original ideas, solutions, or expressions. It involves thinking beyond conventional boundaries, making unique connections, and exploring new perspectives. Creative individuals often exhibit a willingness to take risks. They embrace ambiguity. They thrive in divergent thinking. They make the most of the unconventional. Often they are associated with art and science, but they exist in our business world and the world of everyday problem solving. The late Apple computer top man Steve Jobs said this when asked about the subject: creativity is just connecting things. When you ask creative people how they did something, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it. They just saw something, and it seemed obvious to them after a while. Innovation is the process of introducing new and valuable ideas. It is using new methods or using existing products or services that lead to improvement. It involves translating creative concepts into practical and tangible outcomes. It often requires a systematic approach. It can use structured problem solving and combine it with calculated risks. Innovators play a crucial role in bringing advancements to various fields. They can take a fresh look at old ways and advance them forward. We can look to management guru Peter Drucker, who said, "Innovation is the specific instrument of entrepreneurship." Creativity is the ability to generate original and imaginative ideas. It is the foundation of innovation and involves thinking outside the box. It requires breaking away from conventional patterns. It often explores unconventional connections. Creative individuals have a unique perspective. Creative types embrace their own freedom to explore possibilities. They are not constrained by the current boundaries. They embrace the freedom to explore possibilities, and they are free to live in the vacuum of what-if possibilities. Mary Lou Cook was a 1940s-era Hollywood actress. She may have known a little bit about being creative. She was in several pictures in the 1940s, including Melody Lane, A Night at Earl Carroll's, and Moonlight in Hawaii. She said creativity is inventing, experimenting, growing, taking risks, breaking rules, making mistakes, and having fun. Innovation, on the other hand, is the implementation of creative ideas to create value. It is the process of translating imaginative concepts into tangible products. It is taking the creative idea and making it practical and useful. It is exploring the what-if and translating it to the what-is. Innovative people can address a specific need or problem. Innovation requires a structured approach. It involves planning. It requires organization and a clear understanding of the market or context in which the idea will be applied. Unlike creativity, innovation involves taking risks. It requires we overcome challenges to turn ideas into reality, so the risk is mitigated. It is the unique individual who can blend the creative and make it innovative. Consider a scenario in the technology sector. A creative individual might come up with an out-of-the-box idea. Maybe it is for a new software application that solves a particular problem in a unique way. This creative process involves brainstorming, ideation, and conceptualization without immediate concern for practicality. However, for this idea to become innovative, it must be implemented. It will need to be tested, and when proven, it can be brought to the market. Marketing will take the product and translate how it addresses user needs. Proof that it is both effective and efficient. In the end, it will need to be both sustainable and profitable to succeed. In our media sales world, we trade on ideas for our customers. That is creative, but it will be innovative when it is new, interesting, or different. Combine that with efficiency and profitability, and it will be a winner. In essence, creativity is the spark of inspiration that generates ideas. Innovation is the disciplined process that brings those ideas to life. It transforms them into something valuable. Both are essential components of the creative problem-solving process. They complement each other. They lead to both progress and growth. Creativity tends to be more individualistic. It stems from personal experiences or unique perspectives. It thrives in environments that encourage experimentation, open-mindedness, and a lack of judgment. Artists, writers, and musicians often exemplify this form of creativity. It is one where self-expression and originality take precedence. In contrast, innovation is often a collaborative effort. It requires diverse skill sets, expertise, and resources. It involves a systematic approach, combining creativity with practicality, feasibility, and market relevance. Innovators are not only creative thinkers, but also strategic planners. They thrive in the creation of implementation. They have a unique ability to harness the abstract and bring it to life. Tom Freston was an advertising executive. He later turned into the captain of mega company Viacom. One of his claims to fame was as a founding member of the team that brought us MTV. As head of marketing, he worked on the I Want My MTV campaign. That, plus the proliferation of pay TV, helped make MTV a cultural icon of the 1980s. He was later named CEO of MTV Networks. He held that job for 17 years. He said innovation is taking two things that already exist and putting them together in a new way. He was inducted into the Cable Television Hall of Fame in 2005. He was inducted into the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame in 2010. Let's mark him down in the innovation column. Innovation is seeing what everybody has seen and thinking what nobody has thought. So says Albert Zenkigori. Who was he? He was the man who found something hiding in plain sight. He was a Hungarian-born biochemist. He won the Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine in 1937. He is credited with being the first to isolate vitamin C and then discovering many of the components and reactions of the citric acid cycle. That sounds riveting. While there all along, it took someone else to isolate it and make it useful. If you are a creative type, don't look at the innovatives as the enemy. If you are an innovator, surround yourself with more creatives to get the best from your team. It will let you harness the talent and put the best ideas forward. Successful organizations need a combination of the two. They need people who can work without boundaries. They need people to push the envelope. At the same time, they need innovators capable of harnessing these ideas. They are the ones that will bring them to life. They will thrive both inside and outside the confines of the working environment. Too much creativity will lead to inaction. Too much implementation will stretch the resources too thin for successful execution. Balance must be achieved. Maya Angelou was an American memoirist, poet, and civil rights activist. She said, "You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have." She believed it to be like a muscle. It needs exercise, and the more you do it, the better you get at it. Meanwhile, the innovators are the leaders. They can harness the creative and craft its utility. Or as Steve Jobs put it, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. The primary difference between creativity and innovation lies in execution. Creativity is the ability to generate imaginative ideas, emphasizing originality and expression. It is the spark of inspiration. Innovation is the practical application of those creative ideas. It is focused on implementation and problem solving. It is a focus on tangible outcomes. Yes, creativity fuels ideation, but innovation is the disciplined process that transforms these ideas. It transforms them into valuable real-world solutions. Creativity is about ideas, whereas innovation is about execution. It is how we turn imaginative concepts into tangible results. These are the ones that produce positive change and progress. Creativity is the thinking, while innovation revolves around the doing. Both creativity and innovation involve significant effort. However, the nature of the work differs. Creativity requires mental flexibility, open-mindedness, and the ability to think outside conventional boundaries. It often involves the generation of ideas. It requires brainstorming. It is here we explore possibilities. It relies on advanced levels of both inspiration and intuition. In contrast, innovation requires a more structured and disciplined approach. It involves planning. It needs organization to overcome practical challenges. It is about turning creative ideas into practical solutions. The innovation process demands not only creative thinking, but also strategic planning. It is an exercise in resource management. It requires the ability to navigate obstacles. Innovation is not the opposite of creativity, but the complement of it. Pablo Picasso is quoted as saying the chief enemy of creativity is good sense. Innovation seeks to make the creative useful. W. Arthur Porter is an American teacher. He was a businessman from Texas, but don't hold that against him. He spent much of his time in Oklahoma. He joined the staff at the University of Oklahoma in 1988. Porter served as the University Vice President for Technology Development and as Dean of the OU College of Engineering. He would serve as Engineering Dean until 2005 and as Vice President until 2006. Upon his retirement, he was named Professor Emeritus at OU. In the early 2000s, he was named Secretary of Science and Technology for the state of Oklahoma by then Governor Frank Keating. Not bad for a man whose friends called him Skip. He said, "The innovation point is the pivotal moment when the talented and motivated people seek the opportunity to act on their ideas and dreams." To foster a culture of creativity and innovation, organizations need to recognize and value both aspects. Encourage your team to think. Allow time for it. Entertain all ideas, no matter how off the wall. Creativity allows for the generation of fresh ideas. Innovation provides a framework to ensure that those ideas translate into tangible outcomes. Success often emerges from the synergy of creative thinking and strategic innovation. It drives progress and shapes the future. As Albert Einstein says, creativity is intelligence having fun. But fun needs to be protected. It needs to happen in a safe environment. We need to make experimentation and exploration safe again. If new ideas come across your desk, you can't greet them with who else is doing it and what have their results been. This will steal creativity's soul. It will ensure innovation never sees the light of day. Both creativity and innovation are essential. However, innovation involves more tangible and systematic efforts. Innovation, in most cases, is more labor-intensive. It is why there are far fewer innovative people than there are creative people. There are more willing to come up with new and interesting ideas. There are far fewer who would like to get involved with the implementation of such ideas. That sounds too much like hard work. Encourage the creative and protect to the end those who can take the abstract and make it tangible. This is the real gold. My new book, 52 Weekly Sales Meetings, is now available on Amazon.com. If you like what you have heard here today, please consider ordering a copy or two. You can always send one to a friend. Go to cdmediaconsulting.com right now and follow the instructions to order.